I think they say he either forced himself on the Queen Witch or some other woman that he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
She got pissed because of that, and then she said, "From now on, you're fat, innit?"
And you're floating. Yeah.
Right, she just cursed him with fatness. That's big.
Such a Hollywood thing.
Oh, God.
Hey people, welcome to the Hyenas Podcast, an off-script film club where we watch movies, pick them apart, and talk a lot of shit. Hey, and welcome back to the Hyenas Podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us, as usual. Today we've got a special guest, a friend of ours, Zaharan.
Hello.
Good to have you.
I like to call her my bestie, but she doesn't want to claim it.
Oh my God, definitely not.
So this week we watched Dune. The big kind of sci-fi epic remake. Is it a remake? Yeah, there was one in the 70s. But obviously based on the book. Do you want to give us a synopsis?
I mean, not really. It's fucking long-winded. But, basically it stars Timothee
Chalamet.
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 Yeah, he's changed colour, yeah.
Timothee Chalamet.
Chalamet.
He stars as he stars as our man like Paul from the Atreides family or whatever. I'm confused already,
novel,
but
right?
it's based on a novel from I think like the 70s or something or 80s.
It's considered like a big sci-fi classic.
Yeah.
It's essentially like sci-fi's Lord of the Rings, basically.
Yeah, it's like
in terms of stature.
I'd say like Game of Thrones and
space
exactly.
Or something. Yeah.
But it stars our man Paul, who's part of the I guess like he's the son to the king of the Atreides family or clan, and they've been, I guess, ordered by the emperor to go and kind of manage or look after this planet that basically contains the most valuable resource in the universe. So they've been sent there to manage it. But there's a lot of conflicting families and clans that also want this resource. And then obviously the people on the planet, what's it called? What's the name of the planet called?
Isn't it just the Dune planet? Like, I don't know.
I was making out.
Just making out.
I'll find out.
One of the planets,
The planet that actually contains this most valuable element called spice. They've been sent there to go. Arrakis, there we go. So Arrakis is the planet that contains this valuable element called spice. And they're managing it, but there's conflicting, other families, warring families that want their position and want the planet for themselves. Something like that. It's fucked, isn't it?
And essentially, in the end, I think
that's the longest synopsis we've had.
I only watched it yesterday.
That's the whole novel, basically. But it is a long movie. It's supposed to be like I think 4 or 5 hour movie if it's
but obviously
it's massive.
they've cut it up in it into like.
I think it's going to be 2, right?
Yeah, I think
there's
so.
part 2 coming next year, I guess.
Apparently, only if it does well though.
No, they've confirmed that.
Really?
Yeah. They got a really good box office.
It's bold from the director to have. He starts out with part 1.
Part 1.
Okay.
Confidence.
Exactly. But
no, it's as we said, it's like Lord of the Rings or what do you call it? The one you said.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, but in space. And it's like lots of feuding families fighting over resources and with futuristic elements and stuff. And firstly, obviously it was a big hype film. Like, number one, before we get into it properly, did it live up to the hype?
I think there was always going to be a massive expectation because the director is the same director who did Blade Runner, who did Arrival. He's a well-known in the industry. He was always going to
Villeneuve.
deliver. So he's always going to deliver, right? So I think the expectation was always quite high. Also, he had a massive job to make, because I think the original movie, I don't know if you've seen it, but it wasn't well received. So for this one, there was a lot at stake.
Yeah.
And it cost a lot of money. So I think I've got a lot of opinions on it.
Yeah.
However, I do think from a movie that you can watch in the cinema, it did deliver visually, and Hans Zimmer was the composer, so there's a lot to be said, but the movie, I think you can't deny, has really delivered on some of the key points that it was supposed to do. But
I'm with you. I feel the same as well, and on a kind of without getting into the other bits too much, this pure cinema experience of the visuals and the sound, and it felt like a big cinema movie.
There's no way you could be streaming off a dodgy site for
on a phone or something. That's childish. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I still do. That's fine. Yeah.
But, no, I remember when they announced it, maybe like over 2 years ago, because it was supposed to come out like during COVID, right?
Yeah.
Everyone was like fucking raving about this shit. To be honest, I hadn't even heard of it before. Obviously, I knew that. I think they had made a movie about it back in the 80s or whatever. But I was like, bro, what's the hype with this thing? And like, have any of you actually like read the book or heard about it?
It's so confusing. Apparently, the book will just get your head spinning.
Unless you're into it's considered like one of the kind of hard sci-fi type things where you're just like, you got to be really into that shit basically.
Okay. Yeah, no, because I was like, bro, everyone's gassed for this movie, and I'm like, bro, I ain't heard about this book for time. It's like they're fucking adapting the Bible or some shit like that.
But that shows good marketing, right?
Yeah, marketing was strong, definitely.
Strong.
Yeah.
And obviously it came out, or the book came out before like Star Wars. So
a lot of
the elements from Star Wars.
Star Wars, was kind of, at least from what I know about it, was like a big. It compacted lots of reference points. Yeah. And I think Dune was one of the reference points.
100%.
But
George Lucas on some stealing shit.
I think, I mean, even when the film kicks off, it's quite clear they're going for epic scale, isn't it? I think one of the first things that came up was like the year, it's like 15,000 or something like that. And I was like, oh shit, that's, because you know what, I know like in lots of sci-fi, at least from back in the day, they always did it like, how many years out, like
50 years.
50 years out, and then we catch up to the year.
It's supposed to be like Back to the Future too.
Exactly,
Where's my hoverboard?
We're probably meant to be in Terminator times, nothing.
Supposed to be exterminated.
Exactly, but for this film, I thought it was so bold that the book, I guess, as well. Like it set itself like far into the future.
I think it's like 20,000 years. Later. But also what I found impressive is like it's 20,000 years into the future and not a single robot in sight.
No, I read about it. Apparently in the book they've got as in the new future generations, they essentially decided that artificial intelligence would be too dangerous. So they stopped artificial intelligence. That's why.
Terminator, basically.
So if you notice all their hovercrafts, everything is you've got it's manually
added the juju in the front. Do you remember the guy with that? His eyes. No, because you remember the guy who came and his eyes flipped, and he's a mathematician, and I was like, all right, okay.
And then they've got some kind of witchcraft stuff going on.
So that's what I mean. Like the other way around.
But I was thinking, like, what if you could give like a quick prediction of the year 10,000?
10,000.
Well, what do you hope to see? Either one of you, like.
Hopefully, we'd still be on this planet. Because I think...
I hope we're not on this planet.
I don't think so either.
That's
really?
Dead,
okay.
It's going to be a wasteland.
Okay.
Being stuck in Brixton.
We're going to be...
Stuck in Croydon.
Pre-gentrified in Brixton.
All right, okay, fine. So...
No. You can stay here. I will go to another planet.
All right, you guys can leave.
And
burn under the sun somewhere else. I'd like to think that we'd be here, but probably more like it sounds a bit cliche, but more like a going backwards a little bit in a utopia kind of thing, where everything's very much like eco-friendly, sustainable and whatever. So I don't think we would have that much technology that would use up resources. I think it's quite hard to think about it, but I think we'd be going backwards but smarter, maybe.
I see you.
What about you guys? Clearly not here, then where you going?
I mean, obviously, I'm on that intergalactic travel, interstellar travel, 100%. Right. I'm on another planet.
Okay.
I guess I'll probably agree with you. Yeah, we've like developed technology that's, I don't know, I guess, we're kind of living like in the olden days where we're not like fucking destroying our environment. Obviously spaceships, all that type of stuff.
Do you know what's so weird? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, go for it.
I do think that there's going to be a weird class thing where like all the rich people are going to be living up there because they can afford to leave.
They'll be able to leave.
Right, they're the ones who can afford to leave, and then we will be stuck down here.
You're going to be stuck in Croydon.
Yeah. Basically in Croydon. I don't mind it.
No, I like to think like by that time maybe all of that stuff was kind of like dissipated away, like classism and all that type of stuff, but you're probably right. Money does normally like predict and define where people stay and go, right? So but I'll probably other than like interstellar travel, like living on other planets, maybe meeting a couple aliens here and there. I probably agree with what you said. I feel like we'll become a lot more like eco-friendly. I don't know if I'm maybe just being influenced by the movie. Because we could actually be on fuckery. Because maybe we've like killed ourselves, isn't it?
Bro,
maybe what's happened, right? Fucking nuclear war, wiped ourselves out, so we're actually having to build ourselves from like the ground up again.
That's pretty much what I was going to say, actually. I was going to say there's probably going to be like some kind of World War III or something that will flatten most of the West, hopefully. Hopefully not.
You do remember this will be on Spotify.
And then I see that the world is going to be like toxic. And it's going to force us to evolve. And we're going to be taller creatures. Okay. That's what I'm predicting.
Taller short people, I think.
Our heads are above the smoke.
No, but I know let's say below 4 foot, right, is toxic. Literally, for your body to be in that space.
Wow.
Because it's just being held by...
So there'll be no comedians like Kevin Hart, basically.
Yeah, there's peak for kids as well. They're gonna be like...
So you're born a grown man, basically.
But that's what I mean, we're gonna have to evolve. The human species needs to evolve.
Basically, just the Scandinavians and the tall Africans will be
like Maasai's.
Yeah, Maasai's basically. Everyone else.
And it just comes out of the womb with the beard and long hair.
And backpack.
It's like walking sticks waiting for you when you get out.
So I'm picturing some kind of forced evolution. To happen.
100%.
Because our circumstances are going to change
we'll have to be
rapidly.
Evolved, and like kind of like what's that movie? Interstellar, where they say like the people from the future they're us, but they've evolved. I like to think like brain capacity, all that type of stuff. Forces us to evolve because what's that like? We're saying 20,000 years from now. Come on, if I'm still doing the same nonsense that I'm doing now, come on, bro. We've let humanity down big time.
I'm predicting a lot of podcasts. That's where the new resources are going to be. So we kind of kick off into the film. It's like a bit of I respect how quickly they set up the world, innit? Because it was like, we understood that this family is one of the kind of one of the better successful families in that world, and then we discover is it Zendaya, isn't it, who's telling us in voiceover like what her planet's like the spice capital or whatever.
I mean, she barely talks, but
I mean,
there's a lot of gazing.
There's a lot of gazing. Some slow mo,
like a fucking R&B movie.
Basically,
Yeah.
And by the way, why is Like this, why is her name just one name, bro? I've always wondered this.
No, she's
moving
like
does she? I don't know. I can't remember.
Even like at the end, it's just
really?
Zendana, and like whenever
no, Zendaya's got yeah.
If I
Is
had
that like
name,
a stage
that would be
name?
the only
I
name,
guess so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess if it's probably marketable, isn't it? I'm sure it's like.
But can you just like come into the film industry, say, hey, just one name, this is me?
I think she's coming with big clout though, isn't it? Like
from where?
I think she was a Disney girl.
Disney. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
She used to be on one of those types of kids shows.
Yeah, because like if you're like a musician, let's say like Cisco for instance. Obviously, if he's in movies, it'll just be like DMX. Yeah. But I thought like she was just an up and coming actress.
Yeah.
She's just
I think she used to sing as well, you know. Yeah. I think she used to be a singer. Yeah, so like a lot of the Disney girls used to be singers and actors, like Miley Cyrus and stuff. They used to do both.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I could be bullshitting. But anyway, so they set up, okay, this is the world, there's this planet with the spice on it. These guys have been told to go over because this kind of, these evil-looking guys.
The Emperor.
Not the Emperor. It's the other
guy.
guys.
It's a big guy.
Big Harry
Batista's people.
Right.
Yeah. I think they're called the Harriclan or something.
Yeah,
like that.
those guys, they wear all black. They just look evil.
They just look evil.
So the evil guys have been kicked out for whatever reason. Right. And then it's like, okay, you guys need to go over there and conquer this land and make it fruitful. So that's like the first 15 minutes or something. It's a lot of exposition setting it up.
Yeah.
And then we realised that our guy Paul, I don't know why his name's Paul. It's like the worst name.
We'll get into it in a second because that really pissed me off.
It was just like the lamest name for a fucking heroic
from down the road.
Bro, and this 10,000 years in the future, man. They're still going with Paul. Is this the best we can do, honestly? Man like Paul is practicing his juju at the dinner table, breakfast
with
table.
His mum,
with his mum. And we discover that, they seem to have some kind of witchcraft skills. Like
his mum,
His mum does, and she's training him to adopt the witchcraft and
the black magic.
Yeah, the black magic. But and then they keep talking about the spice, and it's obvious that they said interstellar travel is impossible without spice. Well, if you were to say like the most valuable resource on Earth, like what is it today? Because I think there's pretty classic ones, but like I think in modern times it's the bulb shifted a little bit in terms of like
what as in like fucking programmers now.
Yeah.
I mean obviously I would say like the most valuable resource obviously like humans. But you can't trade humans anymore.
I'd like to think that.
Depends where you are.
That's a good point.
Some people in the Far East would claim otherwise. A sweatshop somewhere. But, I mean, obviously I would probably say like oil or something, isn't it? It'd have to be oil. Anything around basically like energy. Anything around like energy. Because I'd say probably that's. You could argue that most wars in this world are started because of like some fight for a resource or control of the resource. We go like Afghanistan, all that type of stuff. Obviously the America was we're gonna help, innit? But at the same time, we're coming for that oil and shit. I'll probably say most valuable resource. Now, I don't know. Probably still be oil. After humans, but you can't really classify a human as like an asset anymore. Not anymore.
Fred wishes we could go back to the good old days.
Oh dear.
What are you saying?
You know what? I have to agree with you on the human. Like, just coming off that, like, I do think they are a good resource, actually. But you know what? Not to be funny or anything, but the most recent thing that got me thinking that I didn't appreciate before was just, like, carbon dioxide, like gas. Do you remember when we had a shortage and all of a sudden they were like, because
shortage of what?
Carbon dioxide here.
Where?
And they're like, yeah, so you're no longer getting your food, like, because chicken packaging and stunning animals requires, like, some oxygen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I was like,
where do you hear this?
No, but here.
This is the dark
you don't
web.
notice
That's Facebook fake news.
This is Facebook
Yeah, where you getting your facts?
Facebook quality. No, honestly, like, it was literally a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was like, we had a real shortage of gas. And they were like, all of a sudden...
Wait, you're saying gas? What? So what?
So carbon dioxide. So we
yeah.
use gas for loads of things, obviously, and it was at the same time where the energy prices were going up.
Okay.
At the same time, they were saying that to stun like pigs or animals, we need gas.
Yeah.
And we need it for packaging. So when you're packaging stuff, I think they must inject it, sucks it all out.
Okay.
And all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, your shelves could be empty." And I was thinking,
there's no gas.
But I can see gas outside what's going on, but obviously it doesn't work the same way. So I would say, like, that is, I mean, obviously we can all be vegan, no problem with that, to be honest. So it's just one of those things, huh?
Yeah.
Are you vegan?
No, I said I don't want to be.
Well, there you go, then that is a valuable resource.
Yeah, I know, yeah, I fucking need to get on it.
Yeah, but anyway, that was more of a recent thing that got me thinking. I was like, oh, I didn't even know that was, like, a thing.
You know what? I'm on that kind of similar train of thought where realised because obviously we're still going to be reliant on natural gases and oils for X amount of years, I guess. But with the trajectory of Tesla and clean energy, that movement feels like it's genuinely gaining momentum. I think the next resource is just going to be the precious metals, the stuff that goes into microchips and computer technology and stuff. And it's sad that it's still like I forgot the stat, but it's like a high degree of it is mined from Africa.
I know, by children,
by
because
kids.
they can get in there.
By fucking kids.
What? They need their fingers. What?
Basically,
so you need to get into like
because
really
they're like
holes.
tiny size for a small animal, basically. So they're using these kids.
For most of our phones, some of
all our phones,
They do,
and like
that's why,
we're talking.
Apple had to cut their iPhone sales at the end of this year.
Because they're micro. But if you think about where things are going with like the Internet of Everything, where it's like your fridge needs to have a microchip in it,
gonna need a chip.
And everything needs a chip, they're gonna, and we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see the kind of a second wave of colonial behavior. Basically, it's already happening on a kind of underground level.
Companies are like owning, owning the country.
They will. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
But that goes back to the humans being a resource, right? Because unless you get a machine to go and get those kind of metals, which I'm not sure if we're even there yet. People will still be used and exploited to get that.
It's sad, but
you could say like a company. I don't know. Let's say like England was where you could get the chips. I don't know. Let's say like Tesla grows to the point where it's like some $10 trillion worth of company. Like can come and say, "Oh, I'm buying up England, and then now I own you people. This is my land now. And then obviously you like to think the British government will fight back. Next thing you know, fucking Tesla goes and hires mercenaries to fight the British army.
Exactly.
So, you know, we got fucking World War III on our hands.
Because I saw this thing. It was I think maybe Zambia or Tanzania, somewhere like that. It was Chinese companies bought a whole plot of beach land. Literally, it's like the most nicest beach land in the country. They bought the whole area, and they've filled it with their own Chinese people. in an African country. I'll find it.
Do you know what?
Little China in Africa.
Little China by the beach, the nicest beach. And they don't allow non-Chinese people on that land.
How dare you?
But there's loads of them now.
There's a lot of that, there's places in Rwanda, like Uganda's worse actually, like restaurants and bars and stuff, which literally won't allow you in.
They won't allow you in?
Bro, they don't allow you in.
It's cheeky, you know.
Imagine that, getting racist doormen in your own country. Not tonight, lads. No R&B, boys. No R&B. You wouldn't like it in that.
You're not playing Afrobeats.
Bro,
I don't understand.
they just open the fucking velvet rope for you.
Please, exit this way, please.
That's insane, though.
Yeah. No, it's terrible, but I think we're getting another wave of that. The way China and obviously the other countries will catch up as well.
But they need Africa, though, for their growing population.
Yeah.
Because their population, what's happening is they have a massive working class. That working class is going to need more phones. They're going to need more resources. So where are they going to get their resources? That's why they're in Africa. So in I know in Somaliland, and I'm pretty sure it's the same in most of the African countries, they're saying, give us your resources and we'll, in order to have a fair trade, we'll build the hospitals on the roads.
Yeah.
Which initially sounds like a sweet deal.
And
then you're like, how long is this contract for?
You
build the road now. The contract's like 25 years. So, it's insane.
No, the Westers use that trick forever, basically. They get into a country...
No, but they did it by force.
They did it. Yeah, they did it by force before. Persuasion techniques that included raping and pillaging and stealing culture.
They're still doing it now. But it's weird because I was reading the other day as well. Even not that my bank account is set up like that, but like how much it costs to like buy islands and stuff like that. It's not that expensive. Like the grand scheme of things, I think you get can cop yourself an island. Obviously, it won't be the best postcode, but like 10-20 mil, bro. Like
that's not bad at all.
So, wow,
but when you're talking about the real billionaires out there. Yeah. No, I can see people, like corporations making countries. Yeah. Like we might have joked about it before. Like let's say Facebook was to buy the whole San Francisco, and they just own San Francisco now, and they create their own government or whatever infrastructure on that level. It would be quite interesting to see whether I might have talked about it before on here, but I'm interested to see if corporations manage to manage the world better than what our political systems have done.
Well, that's
100%.
I don't know if you've seen, but Elon Musk tweeted, he was like, if United Nations can prove, do you remember that they can, figure out that they can eliminate poverty, solve world hunger.
Yeah, one of them.
$6 billion or something. If you could prove it and show me a plan, then I'll
sell my Tesla shares.
Which apparently he's.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's sold it, but anyway.
Yeah.
And then UN was completely silent. I was expecting a response.
Yeah, bro, fucking message him back, man. Don't be stushed out.
I was so disappointed. It's like, come on, man, you got 24 hours to respond.
I had to like a mixed race girl.
Man left him on double blue taking it.
Shit. Yeah, no.
So that was him trying to prove his point. Like, if you could do it.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, obviously we're going on a mad tangent now, but I was watching that show on Netflix, Explained, and they were talking about, like, they had an episode on, like, billionaires. And, this was, like, back in 2018, obviously, in the past 2 years, like, their wealth has, like, even doubled. And they said if they were to get all the known billionaires and, like, let's say they all consolidated power and they all agreed to work together, there would be, like, the 7th richest nation in the world.
Wow.
So,
fuck.
Yeah. Imagine that,
bro.
7th. Yeah, that was back in 2018.
Man.
That was before the COVID.
Before COVID,
Robin Hood, innit?
Oh, shit.
So, they must easily be like...
They're probably, top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5, definitely.
Elon Musk's wealth's gone up to like 300 billion or something.
Jeff Bezos is like probably tripled his wealth since.
So, imagine the wealth that they have, or the wealth that they would have right now, and the power and the influence that they would have. Yeah, if they're all like combined, bruv, they'll buy out the world, bruv, and leave us with change. Yeah. I control you now.
Shit, that's crazy to think about. Yeah,
nation in the world. Yeah,
but good segue back to the film. It from what we gather, it feels like the emperor it's kind of like overseeing. Yeah. He's overseeing the universe, basically.
Bro, basically,
It doesn't even. Yeah, it's crazy, but it sounds like the emperor in this context is like fucking Jeff Bezos. Basically, he's just the just head honcho, head of the head.
You're always giving props to Elon, bro. Wait. So you mean to tell me that after listening for all this time, you still haven't left a review of the Hyenas show? I beg, my brother, my sister, uncle and aunt, if you are listening to, please go rate and review us on Apple Podcast. God will bless you. If you let this guy climb to the top, this is going to be us, bro. We're going to be what they call deferment, bro.
Yeah.
Hiding in fucking caves.
But, so, we get like, it looks like the fucking, like a church, basically. The guys who come from the emperor, innit? Mm-hmm. They're all dressed in white, like cloaks type. And they come and tell our family, like, we need you to take over Arrakis because we've kicked out the other guys. The Oscar Isaac's character, he's like, yeah, sure, like, it's our honor type thing. And then the kid wants to go as well. They decide to pack up. I mean, at first the kid really wanted to go quickly, because he was seeing visions or whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But essentially, we end up on the planet now. The dad's kind of taken over the bases, and the kid's there, and he's kind of looking to follow in his dad's footsteps. And immediately, there was a moment where they're talking about some people see him, right? The locals see him, and they start chanting the Messiah or whatever. And,
of course, and he's white.
Yes, which was going to be where I was going to end up with this point. But yeah, I thought it was. But I guess it's based on the book or whatever, and like that's probably what happens in the book. But
that's not what happens in the book.
Oh, really?
No, that's not.
Oh, educate us.
No.
Educate the people.
So initially, the novel. First of all, I haven't read the novel, but I had to.
Well,
I went to the cinema.
More
Facebook groups, yeah. So I went in to watch the movie.
In between discussing 5G
and COVID vaccine.
They talked about Dune. No, carry on.
No, so I went to watch the movie and I sat, obviously not read the book, didn't know what Dune was about. I sat there and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Because there were so many Islamic references. Yeah. And
heavy
I was thinking heavy.
Yeah.
And then I got offended. I actually initially got offended because instantly, like, I was thinking, oh, not the jihad again. Not the jihad, not the J word. So I went home, like, fuming. Yeah. And then I read about the actual novel, and it was so ahead of its time. Yeah. Because what the author was trying to say is that, like, Islam is not just about the history, it's also about the future. It could potentially be there, and it's not necessarily, shouldn't be seen as a bad thing. It's about culture, it's about humanism, and people coming together and being part of their spirit, which is, so like Sufism, which is like a part of Islam, is very much ritualistic, to do with human beings, and it's all about the spirit. So that is what he was trying to, like, attach the book to. And Mahdi is a Islamic figure, like a Messiah who's meant to come at the end of time, to end of all evils. That's why they said in the movie Mahdi.
Oh, that's what.
That's what he is. I was like, Mahdi, Paul. I was fuming. I'm pretty sure the Quran didn't mention there's a French white 20-year-old. I was so baffled.
Oh, shit.
And it's so funny because Hollywood absolutely hated the Islamic references, and they flipped it to crusade instead of jihad. Jihad is supposed to be like struggle against something, you know? And that's what the author intended for the book. And even at the time when he published it, they said tone down the Islamic references. And so that's what they did in the movies. And now when I watched it, I was like, what the hell's going on? So there were more criticism of the movie after I read about it, because that's not what the author intended. It was Hollywood who was like, no, we need to tone down this jihad behavior. Yeah. This is a bad vibe for Hollywood. We need to like say crusade, and we need
but then wouldn't like
the Christian references came out. It was never to be,
Obviously, I'm talking from like an ignorant place, but like, wasn't it a better idea to tone it down? Because like, if people had heard like jihad, obviously they already associate that with like
bad marketing.
Islamic,
put it that way. Jihad coming soon. Would have been horrific for.
That might
have exactly. And they're in the desert as well.
Bro, they're clearly Arab characters, isn't it?
Yeah.
At least, that's what I was feeling when I was watching it. I was like, even the casting, they're either black or like Spanish, or they're not white, basically.
But Paul clearly was just like
Paul was only blonde hair away from being the perfect Aryan Messiah, basically. I won't be shocked if he's got a beard in the next one. He's just doing Jesus energy.
I was disappointed there was no beard.
Fucking wear the white robe. Fucking part two.
It was quite. I was quite like surprised by it, because I was like, it's clearly referencing Arab culture and even just the language. I didn't even know that was an Arab word, but it sounded like Arabic influence to me. Even the swords and stuff that they were keeping, a lot of the art direction, the styling and everything felt like that world. But anyway, so we get that impression up front, like, this kid's somehow special, and they're setting up that, maybe he could be the Messiah that everyone's looking for, innit? So anyway, the chosen one, Neo. so
these messiahs, why are they always fucking? They always got long hair as well. They don't go for that fucking look.
Just this. I guess there's something Aryan that people like about that, like a strong white man,
strong
with pale skin.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna Messiah be like a diesel Tyrone.
Bro, if it came down to it. Are you standing behind some big brother Jamal? Or are you standing behind a man like Paul?
Exactly, bro.
At the end of days, I'm behind Jamal, man. Pause. But
they never like women as well.
Of course it's never a woman. I think a lot of these stories have been written by older white men.
But do you remember there was a scene, though, sorry to interrupt, but there was a scene where the witch comes to the mother and she was like, oh, you should have had a boy. What was that? Do you remember that?
Where she said you shouldn't. You wasted it on a boy.
You wasted it on a boy. Oh, right,
They don't like some crap, man.
The witches were on smoke. What's the name of the main witch? She comes, the one that interviewed Paul.
Oh, we just call her main bitch.
Yeah, the main bitch.
Oh, dear. She's going to come after us
tonight. We're bleeping this.
I'm out. I'm tapping out.
Hey, fucking... what's her name? Megan Thee Stallion. She calls herself main bitch all the time, innit?
Well, actually, we've got a woman in the house now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where is the line on this argument?
On what argument?
On the B word, let's call it.
What's the male equivalent?
I guess the N word.
That's a word that can be used across the board.
Okay.
Because you wouldn't say like to a white guy,
I'm playing. No, I don't think there is one,
Exactly. So it's not acceptable.
No, you know what?
What's the offensive thing to guys?
My dog. No, you wouldn't say my dog. Because you want to elevate them.
Yeah. But it's derogatory if someone says it to you.
Who?
If a woman says something to you, it would be derogatory. But if one of your boys said it to you, it would be calm. It would just be a term of endearment.
So if a woman said the B word to me,
you wouldn't think twice about it.
Yeah. So let's drop it.
Say less.
Okay. All right.
No, it's good to know. It's good to know.
So what have we agreed that we're continuing to use it.
Blur that word out.
Oh, shit. But yeah, anyway, so the main witch comes in.
Right.
So essentially it was right after they settled in, they had this, their first night, he's seeing demons again, he's seeing visions again.
Yeah.
And then the main witch comes through on smoke and she's like, no, I need to talk to him now. He goes in the room and she puts her witchcraft on him, makes him move around and get on his knees. And then she tells him to put his hand in the box, innit?
Yeah. Well, she's testing him out.
Yeah,
she
she's
wants
testing
to see
him.
If he's the real deal, yeah.
What was she testing?
Pain.
Yeah, because like something
see
about...
your animal instincts
Yeah,
or something.
Exactly, something like that.
If you can control your animal
instincts, yeah.
And it was about like, I think what he was visualizing or what he thought, he was burning and she wanted to see if he could withhold it. And then his mom started whispering through the door and, it kicked off there. He was fine after that.
What would be your worst case in the box?
Oh.
What, as in what, when I put my hand?
Yeah, if you put your hand in it.
Yeah.
What would be the worst thing that could be in there?
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it has to be like pain, right? You can't, or you thinking, well, there's something in there.
Something else other than pain.
Both. Maybe there's a bit of both. I'm thinking like, imagine your hand was in there and it's like bare rats that haven't eaten for a long time and they're just chewing on your fingers.
Massive, bro.
I'm pulling my hand out quick. Kill me now, bitch. I said it.
Oh my god. Here we go. Oh my god.
You lasted the best bit of fucking 60 seconds.
We need to count for every D word.
That was pathetic, That was barely a minute.
Honestly.
Shit.
Yeah. But again, that's pain though. Something.
You know what? Even if they weren't biting me, I think feeling like lots of rats on my hand, I don't know if I'm stomaching that.
Nah.
That would freak me out.
I think I confirm it. Because I
I
know that it's not going to last.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting, but it's like, I know it's not going to last. So I just...
I think the worst thing would be the highest sustainable voltage that I can take.
Oh,
that
like electric.
Yeah. That would be bad.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Because that kick.
Yeah, you're going to feel,
Yeah. I think that would be worse than being chewed on for a little bit.
Actually, the chewing thing might be...
Bro, the chewing thing would be just,
Because obviously they'll buy it, feel the pain, then it'll go down to someone.
Yeah, and then you're feeling lots of
You're feeling the flesh.
Yeah.
But do you know what? Adrenaline might kick in, and then you might feel less at that point. You might be too numb. Because you know, like if someone like stabs you once, you'll be like, the adrenaline
heightens,
You don't know?
No, electric actually,
electric thing might be.
What are you saying?
Yeah, but burning alive, no thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's like the worst one.
Yeah, no, it might be, it might be the rats chewing. It has to be them chewing in your hand, like continuously. Yeah, that would be a bit of a nightmare to be honest. And then you can feel them like fucking get into your bone, bro.
Yeah.
And they start chewing on the bone.
Fucking hell.
You're really getting into this.
But
open Pandora's box.
Man like Paul manages to pass the test. He's just like he firms it.
No, but that was because of his mom. That's what I'm trying to say. Like his mom was whispering.
I thought she's just like being like encouraging.
Encouraging,
yeah, I know. So he didn't do it on his own.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That's what I mean.
You always gotta give the woman credit. Man did it on his own.
You know what? I thought you meant like she was doing some witchcraft or whatever.
No, she was trying to remind him. I remember. I think she was
like reminding him of his training or something.
Pain, and she was
It's like you gotta conquer your fear. Your fear is the mind killer. All this type of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, moral support then, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she manages he manages to successfully pass the test.
Yeah.
The witch isn't too impressed though. She's a bit like, As you said, I think she preferred if it was a woman, right?
Yeah.
And then they go off, and then the next day we see that they go out to visit one of the mines, right?
Oh, yeah. That's mining the spice.
There's a big machine mining the spice. They go out and check it out, and it's all that stuff was really cool. Actually, it was impressive. The world and it felt like there was, I guess it's based off lots of literature, so there's a big history they're pulling from.
Yeah.
But then it was pretty cool when the airlift thing wasn't working and the big worms were coming, which was like,
oh my god,
gigantic, huge.
Yeah.
The scale is like
impressive.
Like I don't even know how you compare that, but it's
and it was good like the way the director shot it, because every time there was like a big object in the screen, you could also see like people.
Yeah. So you could see the scale. I thought that as well.
Grandness of the whole thing.
And then the thing. The fucking worm comes through and just like devours this thing, just
swallows it,
everything, with enough time for everyone to get away and for a man like Paul to have another little vision. He's just like, he was getting high off the spice or something, isn't it?
It's so annoying, isn't it, in movies, whenever there's like that high intense moment for you to escape, someone stops to have a moment to think.
Someone trips up or they see something and...
Oh, it's so annoying, but yeah.
One of these will need to die one day, and then obviously a lesson will be learned.
The trope with, But, and then we kind of, at this point, we start cutting back to the evil guys. What are we going to call them?
I swear they're called the Hurricane or something, but it's a bit of a mouthful. Basically, the Baron and his boys.
The Baron, the Baron. The Baron and his man then were like, they're just crazy. They're I don't know, like they feel. But this is another thing I always find odd in like films or whatever. I know like it's easy to paint good guys, bad guys, right? But every time there's bad guys, they're always such cartoonish bad guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone wears black. Their skin's like pale. They live in some kind of like deformed. Some kind of like underground. Like it's always raining or some shit. It's always bleak. Like,
or they just look Russian.
Have you noticed? Russian.
It's consistent.
It's consistent. True. Yeah, I think the main guy, the Baron, is played by a Scandinavian actor as well. So he's got a bit of not an American sounding voice.
Yeah, he's all like my arrogance, my surprise, my Jew. Yeah,
and he can float as well for some reason.
Yeah. At first, I thought he just had long legs.
Very tall guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but there was a weird thing about that, because I wanted to understand what happened to him. And apparently, the main witch put a curse on him.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Because, again, please don't quote me on this. This might be Facebook stuff again.
I've read this one.
What is it? That she's... I think she used something to actually... I can't remember what it was, but basically his mum, Paul's mum, is somehow
related.
Might be his daughter, basically.
Or
Paul's mum is the Baron's daughter.
She stole his sperm or something, and then suddenly,
apparently, like the whole, once again, this could be Facebook forums or whatever. But apparently, obviously, main witch, main bitch, whatever.
Oh no, you start as well. Come on.
Main witch. Obviously, their plan for like centuries has been to, what's it called? Manifest this one, right? So they've been fucking crossing bloodlines, breeding basically, so that they can bring forth the one, and combining all of these families. So, I think they say she got the Baron to sleep with someone, and I guess they wanted a boy, but he had a daughter, and the daughter's Paul's mum, and I think the Baron got angry about something, and then I think they say he either forced himself on the queen witch or some other woman that he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
She got pissed because of that, and then she said, "From now on, you're fat, innit?"
And you're floating. Yeah.
Right, she just cursed him with fatness. That's big.
Such a Hollywood thing.
Oh god.
But she made him deformed or something.
I think
so slightly, I think it's like a brief moment, but like when the Baron's talking to Paul's dad, he says something like "my cousin" to him. I think, yeah. But once again, I haven't read the book, so I don't know how
Interesting.
Very
Okay.
ancestral.
Yeah, no, I can... And yeah, I guess it's based off... a lot of these things tend to be based off the British monarchy type stuff, innit? Throughout the ages, like, they've been... What is it called? Feudal? What are they called? Like, when before there were governments and everything was done through the kings and queens and... I forgot what the fucking word is, but yeah. So anyway, we see that
the Baron,
the Baron, and didn't the witch visit him in that scene as well? And she was kind of saying like, "Do what you want."
She co-signs him to go and
to kill the dad.
No, she didn't. She was like, if you're gonna kill them, you at least protect Paul and
Well, she's kind of co-signing.
Yeah, but she's co-signing them to go and destroy his family.
Yeah.
But I said if you're gonna destroy them, at least make sure that the wife, the mum,
and son
are safe.
Yeah.
Even then, he just didn't listen to that anyway.
Yeah, no, he was thinking they'll just die in the desert.
Yeah.
He said Arrakis is unkind to them or whatever. But then we see that we go back into the dunes, and then we see that someone's there to assassinate Paul, and they catch him or whatever, right? And then what happens after that? Actually, where did we? Maybe I jumped ahead a little bit, but after we come back from the witch and the Baron. Does it go straight into the assassination? Plot?
I think there's other bits that happen.
I think they introduced probably the thank God as well, like the black character who was the woman.
She's from Top Boy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
She's British.
Yeah.
Respect to her. I thought she just had like a brief cameo, but she had a full blown role in it.
Yeah. And also she wasn't a slave, so I was quite happy about that. Even though they killed her off, it was fine. But like she came in, and I think they introduced her. And she played an important role as well. Guiding them and safety and stuff.
She was a big character, and like you're meant to like her. She's bridging the gaps, I guess, between the Fremen and the Paul's family.
But is she like? Because she's not a Fremen. I mean, obviously
I think she said she's like half or something.
Yeah, at the end she claims. Not she claims like she's made it up, but like she associates herself with them by the end. But where did she actually come from? Or she was just like some emissary sent by the emperor to watch over the land, and now she's like joined their culture or something.
I think, was she not a scientist or something?
Yeah.
Because she was taking them to the site.
Where they can...
And I thought she was a scientist, and you're right. Initially, she was some sort of a hybrid, because she was asked the question if she spoke language or understood, and I think she hesitated for some reason. But and then she had the
blue eyes.
The blue eyes.
Well, I guess that's because she's just been there long enough.
Yeah, apparently you get the blue eyes,
the spice.
The spice. Yeah. But no, one memorable thing that I was going to say was the introduction of the Fremen kind of leader, Javier Bardem's character, who comes in and they have a meeting and he spits on the thing.
Josh Brolin's ready for smoke straight away.
He's ready to finish him. But that made me think, like, is there any kind of weird cultural things that you guys have experienced where you've been like, what the fuck? I didn't know these guys did this, or like caught you off guard in some way.
Other than spitting, okay. I think the Arabs, please do correct me if I'm wrong, but when they greet each other, it's by the men. It's almost
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's what they call greeting. But anyway, so that's how.
Well, is it like they rub noses?
Yeah, like that is very close. Yeah. What other ones? I'm sure there are.
You know what? And so maybe these aren't things that I found weird when I first knew them, but at least when I gained a Western perspective. In Rwanda, you greet with 3 kisses, like on one here, one here. And again, when I came to UK or whatever, that was...
Where's the third one? On the
No,
lips?
No, you go just the other cheek.
But it's European too.
Yeah, obviously the French do it as well.
Yeah, and the Italians do it.
Oh yeah, Italians do it as well.
So I think when you come to England...
At least
like,
England, yeah. True.
Yeah.
And in Uganda, men hold hands.
Oh, so same as Somaliland.
Do they?
Yeah.
Men who are friends, like if you're friends, But
it's not just in Rwanda. In a lot of African
Uganda.
countries, it's normal.
So they're just walking down the road.
Bro, literally, like grown ass men.
Excuse me.
Butterflies and
you know what?
rainbows,
That's confidence. It's confidence. Friendship. It's cute.
It's cute.
It's cute.
Ain't no woman taking you serious when she's cute, bro.
No, but yeah, let's put it in a Western perspective, right? Let's say...
Why is it weird? What's weird about it?
Because first of all, so what? First they agree, and let's say we combine all of these things together.
No.
When they meet
Uganda,
each other, they're
not
rubbing noses. They're rubbing noses.
No, this is the
that's Arabs.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
if you did,
put all of this together, like someone that had been to all of these countries and taken on all of their cultures, and you meet them on your road. They both of them come out of the station, they rub noses, and then they fucking hold hands and skip to fucking Nando's.
No, but imagine this. Imagine this. You and your girls. You're having dinner or whatever, and I'm like, bring some girls, some cute girls. I want to meet some cute girls or whatever. Mm-hmm. And you're like, great, bring a friend.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm coming with my man. And then you see us crossing the street.
Holding hands.
You see us cross the street holding hands. We come in the restaurant holding hands. And we're like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. Like, what are you and your girls saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying he's cultured. He came from Uganda yesterday.
One's white, one's black.
So this is the thing. Girls always say, "Oh, it's cute," until they're faced with it, and then suddenly it's like, "Oh no, that's not for me." Maybe for another girl.
But what? Okay, do you think that's necessarily a bad thing because the Westerners don't do it though?
No, absolutely not. Okay. Absolutely not. I'm saying just within the context.
Because now we're here.
Right? Yeah. Because that's what I was saying with the spitting thing in the film, right? Because in their culture, it's like the height of honor. Like I'm giving you the fluid from my body when fluid is pause that too. when fluid is so precious.
2 men exchanging fluids.
Oh dear. That's not how I understood it, but okay.
No, but that's what he said, right?
Yeah, but I thought that was because they are in a
of course.
dry
country.
No, I'm not thinking
obviously,
but wouldn't that be even...
Yeah, true, that would be even higher.
Right. I see.
Like,
this is very gross.
So you've got a problem with holding hands, but not exchanging jizz. What's that?
Woo! but then we do know, like, all these kids that went to Eton and stuff, they do that anyway, isn't it?
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
Rituals, bro.
What?
These rituals that they have, soggy biscuits and stuff.
What?
Is this news to you?
David Cameron, they've been doing that.
Soggy biscuits.
Soggy biscuit, like in these posh schools, they probably did it at our school as well.
So rite of passage.
Rite of passage thing. Men get together. They put a biscuit, like a cracker, on a table. They compete to like who can masturbate onto it fastest. It's a race, isn't it? Because the last person has to eat it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You're kidding. Okay,
do your Googles.
I'm gonna Google it.
Do your Googles.
Right.
I'm not joking.
Okay.
It's
What's it called?
Soggy biscuit.
Disgusting.
Yeah. So I'm just saying they're doing this stuff anyway. Like,
what are some like crazy rituals that like girls would do? Let's say like.
I'm sorry, but we just don't do anything close to that.
There must be like a rite of passage thing.
I mean, what's something that as a guy?
Did you ever go boarding school?
I went to girls' school, but it wasn't boarding school, so no, I wouldn't know. But it wouldn't come close to.
Did you tell us?
I would have but I would have known about it as well. This is the first time I've heard of this soggy biscuit.
But then girls are quite intimate with each other as well.
Well, was experimenting.
Experimenting?
Excuse me, guys don't experiment. Wait, hold on. So guys don't experiment.
I don't know.
And guys don't experiment.
Experiment in what way?
You tell me. Guys don't experiment. What is what they're doing? You're telling me. So they're just into the biscuit, but nothing else. Okay. Right.
No, you ask the Camerons a lot, because
Okay.
the posh boys, they tend to know.
Okay.
But girls like help each other get ready and stuff. You know? No, that's if I was to ask you, come through. I got a hot date. I need you to shave my balls. You'd be like, no.
Nah, bro.
No
way.
way.
But if you think about it, but guys shower next to each other, right?
I guess
they
in
do.
sports,
But girls don't. Girls don't do that. So there are. I'm saying there are instances. So
and when you go swimming, it's like
no. But when you look into the girls' changing rooms, just in general anyway, we've got cubicles.
Yeah.
Right. So how I understood it, like when guys, maybe it's what I've seen, like typical in movies or whatever. It looks like it's just an open shower thing. There aren't any cubicles for guys. Is that right?
Not in all places.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, like I think the gym I go to has like cubicles, but I have been to others that just open.
Plus, it's not a choice. You just I need to get clean. Fuck it, I'm just gonna shower.
Right.
Whereas like girls, like you are having a conversation, bro. Just titties out the door, just soap everywhere. I'll scrub my back. Like if a guy tries to scrub,
I don't know what you've been watching, but I can see your category on Pornhub. Wow, so
He's watched that one a few times. You know the storyline.
You see the story? He's giving me the whole script.
So he's like, the problem was they needed a plumber.
Yeah, the wall cuts.
The wall cut off, so the plumber has to come.
Right, okay. Got you.
Oh, fuck. That's too funny, man. But where did we leave it? I can't remember.
Obviously Javier by then comes through as the leader of the Fremen, spits on the table to show his respect to Paul's dad. And then obviously we also meet the black British lady. I guess he kind of starts to show them around. Yeah. And the ways of the Fremen and how to survive in Arrakis or whatever. And then I guess then after that, you could just say after that, that's when the attack happens. Probably like later that evening, isn't it?
Yeah. So
But before that, I think there were a few hints that someone's trying to like get Paul.
Yeah, that's obviously because they found the assassin and what have you.
Yeah, and these guys are really efficient and they just kind of take everyone out, including the dad. And then we discover that it's because they're being helped by the Chinese guy, I forgot his name. The doctor.
The doctor, yeah.
Yeah, the doctor kind of aided them in infiltrating this base and being inconspicuous as they did it, I guess. And then he tells the dad, like, look, they have my wife, I have to help her. You're fucked, basically. If you chew on this, you're going to take some of them out.
Which I respect.
I respect that.
I
respect that. Like, that's honourable in a way.
Quick.
Exactly. And if you're betraying me like that, at least let me get to take some of the enemies out as well. And then we see that they take him back to the base with the Baron, and then the mum and the son are in the plane. And for some reason they covered her mouth, but they didn't cover his mouth. So
no, I think they probably knew she had that. They must know she had the power, I assume.
But I guess so. That would make sense.
Obviously they knew she was a witch or whatever.
And then, but we see that our guy Paul had some magic in him after all.
Yeah, it comes
through, and then manages to save both him and his mum. And then one thing that caught me off guard was the voice of one of those guys. Do you remember one of the guards?
The little guy.
Yeah. He's not even little. He's like big, but he's got this like tiny voice. I was like, is this meant to be
maybe it's
comedic?
Because he's deaf, so maybe his voice is all like pitch.
God.
How do you know? How do we know?
Because the mum says that one's deaf.
He's right.
I didn't realise that.
Certain mans were paying attention.
I didn't clock that, you know.
I was like, it's a bit high pitch. What's going on there?
Yeah. No, I was wondering.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
No, yeah, fair enough. I missed that completely. I was wondering, is this by choice or like what's, do you know what I mean? What are we trying to say with this? I was like, what are we trying to say with this?
Everything developed under the vocal
That's a weird time to be playing these kind of jokes, man. But so yeah, anyway, they get off the plane, they manage to bury themselves in the sand.
Obviously I'd been given like a certain takeaway package by the doctor.
Yeah. They've created like a camp thing, buried in the sand. But then we see the dad go up against the Baron. Baron kills our guy,
kills
the doctor instantly. It sounds like he wasn't even holding his wife or anything. It looked like probably killed her a long time ago. And then the dad manages to bite on his thing, and it creates this like weird, powerful poison.
Poisonous gas type thing, which kind of basically kills everyone in the room, but looks like it would have got to the Baron if the fact that he didn't fucking...
it flew
like a fucking cockroach, but just hides in the corner of the room like a daddy long legs type shit, bro.
Like a real cockroach, man. But yeah, and then by the time they've blown the fuck out of everything. This invasion came, basically blew everything up. They killed Aquaman as well. I forgot the guy's name.
Well, no, he gets away.
Oh, he got away by that stage. Yeah.
But there was another guy who was the trainer for Paul.
Oh, Thanos.
They didn't show that him being killed.
If you ain't see, especially a major character, if you didn't see him dead,
he'll probably come back in the sequel. Yeah. But then I think it just started to, because obviously before the dad died, he was talking to his son about inheriting power and blah blah blah, and then when the boy's in the tent, he's talking about these visions that he's having about maybe being the one or whatever, and I was quite. The whole thing is about power, basically. It's about these families trying to cultivate power and hold it for themselves. And then this, which I didn't remember, but I found out was a Plato quote. He says, "Only those who seek power are qualified to hold it. Who don't seek power are qualified to hold it." And that always kind of comes to mind for me. I think inevitably the people who want power the most are going to be the most likely to be corrupted by it.
To actually hold it.
Yeah, so like in a kind of modern context, right? Yeah. How could we recreate the world in order to make sure that those who are more qualified to have power have it? Like, for instance, I would create some kind of community voting system, right? Where literally it could be anyone. So like if it happens to be the guy who picks up the bins and is just like the most liked and most trustworthy person in this community, the whole community elects him to be the MP of this town. And I think in that way we'd be hopefully creating a system where those people who do go in power aren't the fuck-ups we end up with, basically.
So then who would own, where would the ownership go to? Like, would it be public ownership of everything, or would it be private still? Like, I guess because you're going to be profiting off that. So the next question would be like, who takes the profit and how would you distribute it then?
With regards to...
Well, in this world that you're creating here.
No, I think how would it work? You're just saying that whoever, let's say Prime Minister, is just the most liked person.
Because what you're saying, to be honest, like, governments don't actually have that much power. It's businesses that have power. They're the ones that are exploiting people, right? So it doesn't matter if you put the bin man as the PM. If the businesses are still exploiting people, there's still...
But businesses get to exploit through the government, right?
Yeah.
There's a complicity and there's a kind of collaboration that happens, which literally gifts businesses.
And you could argue like the government creates the system or the rules around it, and then the business they just operate.
They open doors here and they close these doors, but but what they've been doing is opening all the doors to make sure that it's easy for big business to kind of come in and do their nonsense, which they've been doing. And I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of like a more kind of elder based system, like, you know, in like African villages or whatever, like the elders kind of cultivate power and it's kind of like, obviously I dislike that because it's this lineage thing. It's like you're born into it no matter what, but still this idea of those who've given the most to the community get anointed power as opposed to just like because you've gone to Eton and like your mum's this person, do you know what I mean?
And that has happened in some African nations, but then the problem was always greed. So do you think we have element of greed in all of us then?
I think so.
I think it's kind of like the whole, obviously another saying, like power corrupts. Corrupts absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Once you're in that seat for long enough.
Once the pressure,
once you see like the influence, you sway almost. You just, I guess you get consumed by it. Unless you're like some Jesus Christ type. Your morals are like that high that you're that selfless, I guess, isn't it? So maybe you're right. It's a case of finding like the nicest guy on the road, but then he could get corrupted.
At some point, as you said, like you would go in with the best intentions.
But then again, I think all these examples tend to be people who've wanted power. It's rare that you actually get pushed into power.
But that's what I mean. For you to get elected, you'd want to...
No, but that's what I mean. I'm saying it needs to be like a voting system where it's like...
To be fair, you need to... If your idea or your plan was to work, you need to disband like the current.
Of course. You'd be starting from scratch.
You have to start from scratch.
You'd have to start.
This sounds like something like jury service. You know what
exactly. Right? Like
like
jury service. And it's like this civil duty where you're like, oh fuck. But and you're not doing like 4-year terms or whatever. Let's say it's like a 6-month rotation. I don't know.
That's probation.
Let's literally see how good you're doing. If you're shit,
I can't go work this week because I'm managing Britain.
No, but bro,
I'll be back.
Even McDonald's has a probation period. Why don't we have probation for politicians, man?
It's true, bro.
That is it. Probationary period.
We need a probation period. I need to see whether you're actually functional.
But the thing is, like, even let's say they had the probation period, like. Obviously, I'm not on like dictatorship. But democracy, nothing gets done, and everyone wants to have their voice heard. Deliberation, like even what's his name, old man in the White House now, Biden. Obviously, he came through. Part of his like political speech was the whole infrastructure bill, blah 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 blah. He's been in office like 2 years now, right? He still hasn't got that shit
nothing.
And he fucking, Democrats in the White House, Senate, basically they own all, I think, 3 places where decisions are made. And he still can't get his own fucking infrastructure bill. So there's just so much bickering. So like I was saying, either you burn the whole shit down and start again, or... just dictatorship. And that's why China's going places.
Well, you know what?
Obviously, it's bad what's happening to their people. But that's the reason why they can.
That's why they're doing.
Because power's consolidated in one person. And you can just flat out say, I'm doing this.
Something else I noted was that the main witch says our plans are in centuries. Which is. Exactly what China said.
That's the energy China.
Do you know,
someone in China said that. They said, maybe not someone who's there said it, but it was a commentator on Chinese politics. He was like, the difference is in America, or like UK or whatever, people plan in 4 years.
4 years.
They're
cycles.
planning in centuries.
And they've got, I don't know, it's worth looking into the big China plan. I think it's called the 2030 plan or the 2050 plan.
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking to completely disregard the West and build massive pipelines through the East.
Mm-hmm.
Going through like Africa, Russia, and so on. So like you're right, they've got a massive plan, but the fact that they are disregarding the powers of the West says a lot. But yeah, you're right, it's forward thinking, but for them their model works because they're still appreciating the economy, they're working within the economy, even though like it's a communist. They've got their own system going where they've clearly been successful. Yeah. So you can't completely write them off.
No, I think...
They are one of the biggest powers.
Yeah, no, I think it's short-sighted for the West to kind of cling on to this tradition of capitalism in the shape and form that it is now.
Yeah.
When you see, someone like China who's able to create
Come
this...
up in it.
I mean, they've created this kind of quasi-socialist, capitalist, future-facing, it's all super progressive, and they're doing bits, so you can't deny it.
But also, it's wild that they are still seen as a developing nation. They're still given that label to be put in their place.
They're like the second biggest economy in the world.
Unbelievable.
And it's so funny. I think it was today that I was reading an article where I think like this week they're having a Communist Party rally or whatever. Basically, all the bigwigs are getting together and have their yearly chat up or whatever. And I think Xi might put in place like a rule that says, or he's trying to put forward a rule where he can just be ruler till he dies.
Really?
Like,
which is exactly what Putin did though.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
like, bro,
and that's the downside,
That's the downside.
That's the downside.
I mean, one of many downsides.
Yeah, of course.
All right, let's go celebrate.
Oh, shit.
But,
But you're right about the long-term thing. We don't have that. It's a 4-year government,
you have
right?
to,
And it's all about the politics. All they want to do is just keep the voters coming instead of thinking about the long-term impact of something. That's why, and I had this idea the other day, on certain topics, like certain decisions and certain areas of our economy, like the NHS, for example, it should only be a cross-party decision. So, no single government should make a decision about something like the NHS just on them alone, because it's so big. It runs so many part of our health system and whatever. And I think that would have been a much better solution of running the government.
But the problem with that is, it's good that everyone likes a cross-party decision.
Not on certain things. Not
on certain things.
Nothing will get done.
Even like the NHS, you're saying because it's so important and vital to our society and country, whatever. Yeah. Like the party that's not in charge, 100%, they'll weaponize that now because I need to agree with something or I need to come to the table, and they'll weaponize that decision that needs to be done, which is I think
they won't see it as, let's say for example, the biggest issue with the NHS is like funding, for example, and there's never enough funding for NHS. So if both parties come and agree on something, no one can take the blame. Because it's always a blame game with the party. Oh, you made that decision, so we're going to blame you. But at this point, if they both made a decision together, they're not going to lose any voters because there aren't that many parties. We've literally only have 3-4 parties.
I would say you just need someone another body.
Not the EU. Don't use
No, not the EU. I said a body disassociated from the government and and their political parties that makes those decisions, and then they should be given autonomy, almost kind of like how you have the Bank of England, for instance, right? They're supposed to make decisions on finance without any word from the government. They make it, and it's bro, you're supposed to follow this. I think they need something similar.
True that. But
for Fred.
heading back to the film, we kind of we've seen the destruction of the new regime essentially, and then our group, our mother and son get chased into the desert, and they start meeting the desert people, right?
Fremens.
The Fremens, and the Fremens are like, I guess a bit hostile to begin with. They're a bit untrusting, and then, but I don't even. I guess they win them over through
that fight. Remember?
Oh yeah.
I guess it's more like. Obviously, they see them as like, you've come with good intentions, right? But for however many years we get new leaders coming in and we're always being oppressed, so they're just constantly on like defense, like they always have their guard up, and I guess they were ready to kill them, but then I think they thought the boy might be, what's it called, the Messiah,
the Messiah,
or I think Javier Bardem was like, oh, this guy's still young, we can actually train him in that way. The mum, get rid of the mum, and then it's only when they do a little comeback to the mum that is that they realise, she's actually useful as well. Or at least we gotta give them, like, we can't kill them right now. And obviously they have some kind of skill or whatever.
And Paul fights this black guy and finishes him quickly.
So easily.
And it was like,
this guy's been in the desert for years, bro.
This is a real hardened, like, he's hardened,
bro.
Man.
You didn't take up this hobby like last week, bro.
This kid's been practicing in mansions. In a whole different climate as well.
Soft training, bro.
This is like, I found that again a bit like.
Well, it was so weird because remember he had, I don't even know what you call it, a premonition or something.
Yeah.
And I thought, the black guy's here to be his teacher. Whispering to him. And I was like, oh, okay, this is going places. All of a sudden, it's like, whoop, he's taking him out. And that was strange because it showed that a lot of his premonition that he was getting wasn't actually true. It was so confusing.
True.
Well, I kind of, so obviously after I finished watching it, I was like thinking about it, and I feel like the premonitions, they're true, but they're never like in the direct sense that you see it. So like, obviously he sees himself getting killed with that blade or whatever, his blood, all that type of shit's on it. But I think that was more like, I don't know, it's the best word to use, like a metaphor for him like killing his old childlike self, and then now he's gonna join the Fremen and like follow his path, all this type of shit. And then maybe that black guy who was like in his premonitions or his dreams was giving him directions is kind of like was more like the bridge or the lead that took him to this new path, new path that he has to take or whatever. I don't know if that made sense.
Yeah, it does.
No, and for me it just kind of, I felt like they had an opportunity with this film or whatever to. Not that you need it. This is the strange thing about this kind of new climate of wokeness and social politics. But I think when you're being so careful in representation, or when you're being so like, I guess good-willed, to let certain things like that slip through, where essentially, I don't know, it just felt really off to me that this guy was going to come to this new country, not be an oppressor, but he's got to kill this dude in order to get the wheels moving. Do you know what I mean? He's like, no, I'm not here to oppress you guys. But there's collateral damage.
Yeah, good point. Oh my god.
Yeah, that felt a bit clumsy to me, you know. It felt like, I mean, because the film is essentially about colonial oppression and colonialism, and I don't know whether that's what the books are about as well, but it's pretty clear from the film.
It is, very much about the spread of religion and how it essentially begins with it being part of a community and it ends up being a power struggle, a war, essentially. And I think obviously that's how it was historically, and surprise, surprise, that's how it is 20,000 years later.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that the religious aspect is in a futuristic movie, where like obviously futures associated with science, and science is somehow strangely separated from religion. But this movie still connects religion with the future as well, or at least the spiritual element. But I see your point.
How would you? Yeah, I don't know whether did they tell us if there's gods, or are they just kind of belief systems?
There's a belief system.
Belief system.
It's a more So to believe in a Messiah, in some ways that does have some religious element to it.
No, just in case, because I thought maybe I missed it.
To attach like fate, in 1,000 years there will be a Messiah. That's still like
no, it's still very much within religious.
But your
practice.
Yeah, but you're right. They don't necessarily mention gods though.
But it's kind of very clear. Like I was assuming the Emperor's guys were Christians just because they were kind of dressed like Catholic priests when they were coming off the thing.
Again, that was probably because that's how Hollywood wanted the movie to be seen. Yeah.
And then we obviously have
again, they weren't going to bring in like Muhammad. Do you know what I mean? So it wouldn't have been well received.
Like But and then we kind of end the film on a bit of a to be continued energy. So he essentially kills the guy, and then they all kind of. They barely mourn him. They're just like, well...
you wanted smoke, you got it.
And then they're just like,
To be fair, I think, obviously it's the way it's been written, but like we said, it's still fucked up. Obviously, because Xavier, by then, he was happy for them to... for the mum and the boy to join. Obviously, black man rises up. Like, nah, bro. Man, just letting these white...
No, my watch.
No, my watch. It's happened 20,000 years ago.
I knew how this would play out. Yeah.
I've seen this play out before.
Yeah. He knew his history.
Yeah. So, obviously, he's like, okay, she bested you. You let this woman best you, innit? So, let me fight. Yeah, now you don't have the
you're not the leader anymore.
You're not the leader anymore. So our tradition states that I can challenge this new person, and if I win, then obviously I can either say yes or no, and probably he would have, I guess, killed them, or at least said no, you can't be with us anymore.
Wouldn't it have made more sense for him to fight the woman then?
No, well, I think he asked, "Who's your champion?" or something.
Oh, okay. So he elected.
Yeah, but it's true. Yeah, if the
because
woman
she's
was
the
one
leader,
that
isn't
bested,
it? She's the one that bested the main boss.
Yeah, main boss. Yeah, it should have been like, no, I'm gonna fight her now.
But anyway. So essentially, obviously Zendaya and Timothy hit it off, and they're just like some budding romance, I guess. He'd been seeing her in dreams, bro. Having wet dreams over
It's about pining, bro. It's fully simping,
bro. Because we only saw certain elements from those dreams, isn't it?
Remember, it's just 12A, isn't it? We couldn't be allowed to show us the whole
I'm
thing.
certain those dreams went further. But.
And it's so funny because, like, obviously he wins, and then the mums are like, all right, finally show us like safe passage of the planet. In my head, I'm like, woman, this guy's been seeing this girl in his dreams. There's no way he's leaving.
No, he's just like, oh, we're staying.
We're
staying.
That's wifey right there. There's no way I'm leaving. That's my soul.
Bro, this is his,
Mum, you can bounce. Me, I'm staying here.
But and then, I wanted to kind of talk about where do we see it going, firstly? Like, what are our predictions? Like, who is the Emperor? Like, what's he doing?
Yeah, bro, who is this fucking Emperor guy, bro? Because if you ask me, obviously the Baron's kind of painted out to be the villain, which I guess he is. But it feels like the Emperor's signing off.
Emperor's co-signing all this.
The Emperor kind of sent the traders family, knowing that
it's going to be a disaster.
Because I think even the dad knew it was going to be.
He was being set up.
Yeah, it was kind of being set up because he just thought it would take a lot more time before he gets attacked.
Yeah.
Because it was only like 2 days in there. He's like, oh shit, I thought we had more time.
Yeah.
So he knew the Emperor was setting him up. I swear the Baron got that extra army, and that army works for the Emperor. So they would have signed that off as well.
Yeah.
So Emperor knows everything that's going on. He's letting everything slide, bro. So he's the real like puppet master.
Yeah. What were we thinking?
But I guess is the point, because again I haven't read the book, is the point that the Messiah takes on the Emperor in the end?
I must assume so.
Yeah, because that's interesting. Then
I'm definitely seeing that they're gonna set it up for him to be the Neo in this world, take on Agent Smith.
And who is he saving exactly? Like, is he saving the desert people? Is he saving just his people and he's out? Like, what?
At the same time, all the premonitions, Zendaya kills him in the premonition, right? Or at least that's what they allude to.
Yeah.
She stabs him, innit?
Stabs him,
in the premonition that he has. So maybe is Zendaya the Messiah character? Like, I was thinking maybe that could be the twist if she's like these ideas about this stranger coming and blah blah blah. Maybe it's actually someone from within their own community that. Because the whole time she's Jesus basically, innit? Like she's walking around bathed in light. She's in
white robes,
like her hair's blowing in the wind and that. So the whole time she's actually pictured as more of a messiah character than like Paul is.
Jesus in the desert.
Jesus. Basically, it's exactly that imagery, innit? And then Paul's actually most of the time seen as just like
a side piece.
It's a side piece. He's just like one of the many chess pieces in play all at the same time. And also I was thinking, if he's basically my theory is that Zendaya is going to be the Messiah. Because if he's got the witchcraft powers, right, and he's looking into the future, even when they have that vision where it's all of them on the ship, it was like Zendaya's right on his side, isn't it? And they're all looking out at the thing. But I was like, that would be quite. I don't know. It just feels like it would be a more interesting take on it, rather than like.
I like the optimism though. To think that Hollywood would allow a black girl be the Messiah.
But no, it would be way more interesting, though, wouldn't it? Because otherwise it's like same old fucking.
But it is same old, because think about it. What they're trying to say is 20,000 years later, into the future, black people are still oppressed. We're still in the damn desert. Where was the progress there? They're living in this incredible ships and stuff that is out there, that is going between galaxies and stuff. So I find it interesting that that narrative is still being carried in a movie that is based on a novel that is supposed to be futuristic, that is also supposed to accept cultures, but they still try to spin it with loads of, and no offense to like Christianity or anything like that, but still try to like spin the whole jihad and put a white man on it. I'm just like, how? I mean, this is really forced at this point. Do you know what I mean?
No, but
But so I feel like the casting is so lazy. The casting. If they even got a slightly browner man, do you know what I mean? Just a bit of shade, like a bit of melanin, it would have been like, all right, fine, we can carry this.
Honestly, it's so, because I'm with you, like in many ways, basically, because I was like, this is such a big effort. This is such a kind of renewed, this thing in the 80s or whatever they made, the 70s didn't work, it was shit. We're gonna make it fresh in a 21st century lens, blah blah blah. But then to still play all the same colonial beats, tropes, same tropes of a white saviour coming down and helping all the desert niggas. Let's be honest.
Oh, God. Not the N-word. Oh, Jesus.
But,
no, but that's exactly what it is.
It would be cool if they followed your... What
it would just be way more interesting.
Yeah. Way more interesting,
like, there could maybe be like a slither of hope in the sense that... Because obviously it's the witches, right, that are trying to manifest this Messiah or whatever. And then I guess I don't know if they think it should be a woman, because obviously she tells the mum, you've wasted it on a boy.
Yeah.
You know, we set you up to marry this guy.
True.
So, I don't know, maybe...
and
maybe
you know what?
be,
to be fair, actually, if I was to do this, I don't know how the book goes or whatever, but if I was to do it, I would essentially have it so that we discover that actually, although Paul has great intentions, for him to be leader would actually cause more harm than good.
Yeah.
Because essentially, if you think about it, he's backed by the Baron. Well, he's not backed by the Baron, but he's kind of bloodline with the Baron.
Yeah. Okay.
And his mum is bloodline with these witches. The witches are involved with the Baron.
Yeah.
Like, it's all mad over there, isn't it? It's all mad.
Mad
and then...
If
he was to if imagine like the final scene in the end one where Paul's like, you know what, even though I've acquired this power, I think it might actually be to the detriment of everyone.
Yeah.
And he sacrifices himself. And then Zendaya, as in their practice, if she kills him, she gets the power kind of thing. And Zendaya becomes the leader of the Dune planet. Yeah. That'd be dope. That'd be dope. But anyway, I'm throwing it out there. We send this podcast to Dennis. Like, bro, before you start,
I know you're still cleaning up the script, but you might want to have a read of this one, real quick.
That'll just be way more interesting, because otherwise, we've seen this story a million times, and it's just going to be a big budget retread of fucking stuff we already know.
Yeah, stuff that we already know.
Yeah.
But at least...
Still, I have to honestly highlight the score and
the music.
Visuals, everything there is just superb.
Yeah, it's one of the best cinema experiences I've
Definitely.
had in a long time.
Yeah.
The soundtrack, was really incredible.
For a long movie, I was not bored.
Yeah.
Not for a minute. I was like completely hooked.
Fully engaged.
Even though it was offensive as hell, I was fully engaged without offense. I was just like, that's all right. We'll carry this through. But it was actually really good. And also, I think I like the fact that for a complicated, apparently it's a complicated book, somehow, I mean, he is already like a very talented director, but somehow didn't put too much explanation, because at the beginning with all the families, he didn't even bother going into it. He just went straight in.
You're in it and you get it. You get it by halfway through. You know where everyone is, who's got power, who doesn't, who wants it.
Because even like that light skinned old man. Yeah, because apparently he's supposed to be like some, I don't know.
He's like a general or something, right?
Well, exactly. We see him as a general, right? Which I guess he is. But he's also like some higher functioning human.
He's a mathematician.
/ robot type.
Oh, he's a cyborg or something.
Well, obviously they don't have AI in the future.
Oh yeah,
not AI. But I think he was supposed to be
but basically they're able to
big brain.
Big brain. They're able to calculate shit fast. They're able to plan a lot of stuff into the future, all this type of shit. And obviously any other movie, they would have to spell that out to us. But I guess here you just get the one scene where you see his eyes go back,
and you know that he's doing.
This guy's on.
He's different from everyone.
He's on energy.
But I didn't see him get killed, or did we?
No, I don't think we see him get killed.
Okay.
No. So hopefully he's still about it.
And I'm really intrigued to see more of the world and more of the other tribes, I'm going to call them.
Because at the end we see one of the Fremen guys actually riding the worm.
Yeah. Apparently that's a big part of the book, actually. The worm riding is like a big element. Probably in the next film.
The dad was like, my plan really isn't to go to this Arrakis, isn't to go there and rule them. It's more to like join forces with them, and then we can get desert power or something like that, because they already have water and land power. So I guess he wants to learn and like combine
how to cultivate that.
So,
but big up to the kind of filmmakers and stuff, and I was gonna say like maybe we're a bit miffed by it, but I'm certain all the kind of white straight males who normally these films are for are going to be finally happy that there's no female lead character or black guy who gets to how much outrage has there been over like Star Wars and like all these movies where like minorities ended up in the lead roles, all these old white guys just getting upset, which always cracks me up because it's like, stuff's for kids, man. Why are you getting so upset? It's ruining my childhood. Like, bro, you're 40 years old, man. Relax. Let it be, man. But yeah, anyway, so let's wrap it up with a review. Like, we give out of 5 score. What would you give this? And in what context? Who would you recommend it to if you were going to recommend it?
Out of 5, it's going to sound harsh, but I'm going to give it a 3.
Okay.
Purely, first of all, it got the 3 purely out of like, you know, the sound and the visuals. I feel like based on the book, it didn't quite deliver what the author wanted, like full on deliver everything that the author wanted. But who would I recommend it to?
Or context,
What do you mean?
So would it be a date night movie?
Who'd you go and watch it with?
I think it's one of those things where like you have to be into sci-fi, I believe, because it's a long movie. I don't think if you've gone in there expecting a horror or a chick flick or whatever, it's just not for you. It's a 3-hour movie, and I feel like part 2 might even be another 3 hours. So I feel like if you're into action movie, because I don't think you need to be fully into sci-fi, I'm not. If you're into action movie, I'd highly recommend. Just because it's a well-rounded movie.
I would follow your 3 with a 4. I think it's like, I always say 5s are films that I'm gonna watch again, and I don't know whether I'll watch this film again. Even I really rate it in terms of execution, but yeah, just like for me, what let it down most is the kind of white savior trope, which felt so in your face with this film for some reason. I guess it was by design in a way, but it felt really kind of in your face with that, and it just felt a bit not amazing considering everything else is really boundary pushing in the way it was executed. So I removed points, but not enough to go down to a 3. So I'd say a 4. And I would say again, if you're not someone who's I can't see many of my family members enjoying this, for instance.
Really? Okay.
It's just it's big and long and just like I
ready
imagine
to like hunker down.
I think you need to be invested, like to. It's not like, what's another sci-fi movie I can think of? Like Star Wars. Star Wars is quite open, like you can just go and watch it. It's funny and it's like things blow up and it's like
lights.
It's all. But this is quite like serious in its tone, and I think
what's simpler is no Tenet.
No, it's not like
it's not
not convoluted.
You don't have to fucking study the night before you go watch it,
or make notes while you're watching it. But I think it. Unless you're really ready for, as you said, like a 3-hour sci-fi movie, I think you might tune out, to be honest.
You might get bored somewhere.
I think you'd tune out and be like, who's that again? Like, what are they doing? Like, So anyway, but still excellent movie in execution. So That's it for me.
But I would not recommend this to any highly practicing Muslims for them to go in there and be screaming Allahu Akbar in the cinema. It's not the one. Just gonna put it out there, guys.
What a disclaimer. Fuck.
Shit. Fucking holy war style. I wonder if this will get like distributed in like I don't know, like
the Arab world,
yeah, because you know, like
you know what,
there'll be a lot of editing. You know,
they'll dub it, yeah. They'll change, because I know China and other places they'll just cut out stuff.
They just cut out big chunks,
and then
and
dub it.
It can be like cohesive,
bro.
No?
You know what? They reshoot certain scenes for China's market.
Really?
Check out Iron Man. I know there's all these films, all the Marvel films. Someone's ripped it and put it online.
I know, like
you can
Star
see
Wars,
like
the newer ones. They used to take out the black guy from.
Oh really?
From the posters.
You kidding?
Yeah.
Oh,
John
the poster,
Boyega. No,
but not a whole movie.
No, honestly, they'll have scenes like where Iron Man goes into a hospital and the doctors are like Chinese famous Chinese actors. Wow, they've got actual scenes they've shot for the Chinese market. We don't see.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. It's crazy, but yeah. So, and I think the Arab world does a lot of dubbing and editing.
They do.
So
Massive
you get
editing.
to re-record certain. So I'm guessing like the Messiah stuff will be changed. No doubt.
Timothy will be.
His face
is just been dubbed Ali with a beard.
A CGI beard. I want to see that version so bad.
It's long hair with a beard. Yeah, he's only 16.
And the unibrow.
They leave the body as is, just the head. Just a grown beard with a body. The unibrow. Jokes.
I'd up it to 4 then. Yeah.
What be your review then?
I think I'll probably go. I'll give it like 4.2.
Oh wow!
Just because I like strong male.
I'm tapping out. Finally out.
Only joking. No, I thought the story was like solid.
Yeah.
As you said, visuals, audio. Pretty sick. And I hadn't read the book before, and like I said, I didn't go in there with like trepidations or anything, but like I was kind of a bit like, what's the hype of all of this? And I was still like pleasantly surprised. So I'll probably give it a 4.2. But yeah, like what we've been saying, you can't just go in there willy nilly, innit? You have to understand. You're going in to watch like a somewhat slow burner, serious movie. When you think sci-fi, you think fucking. Right now, everyone's thinking Avengers.
Thanos.
But it's not that at all.
The Star Trek movies or whatever, where it's just just fun, adventure-y type stuff. But
But I guess I kind of like those kind of movies, like ones where you have to like sit down and like think about it and this type of shit. And then from like what we've recorded, you can obviously tell that there's been like so many like different arcs and topics and
pretty serious topics as well, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's
so you gotta give respect to I guess the writer and the director, because these are like themes that they brought up like years ago, and they've been able to like bring to screen. Who would you watch it with? I mean, first of all, you have to go cinema to watch it, and don't be a waste man and fucking download it on your phone. Fucking rip it from any YouTube. Imagine, you don't even get to see Timothy, and you rather get to see Aaron. Do yourself justice to actually go cinema. I guess if
it's worth catching on this. If you can go IMAX, I wish I did that.
That would be amazing.
I don't know if this is a day one, because
I went with my boyfriend, so.
Okay. Yeah, I guess, yeah. If the girl...
not like first date.
Yeah, if your other partner's like ready for that type of...
If you're more settled into it, I guess.
Yeah. I guess, like you said, you wouldn't be a date movie,
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to focus
or
on
a second, or a third, It's 3 hours.
You guys need to be comfortable with each other.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, but I think that'll probably be our thoughts on it. So, thanks for listening, guys. And, we'll catch you next week. Same time, same place. All right, peace.
Bye.
All right, people. That's been our wild and ridiculous thoughts on this week's movie. If you made it to this point, much love and appreciation. We drop new episodes every Tuesday, so catch you next week, same time, same place. Peace!